Welcome back for some more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. I don't know if we're gonna focus on going to the here and hope to get a stash. Definitely need some type of merchant. Oh, I can. Interesting. I can kill the crabs. Oh, bread. Oh, piece of bread. Or potato. Short sword. Damn. Can't even equip a short sword. That is crazy work. Oh well. I am overweight. What can we drop? Bag. I'll have to do. Alright. That's that front. Explored, I think. I think I'm gonna try and head to the market and get to some place where maybe we can sell stuff or stash stuff. I don't know. Okay. Ow, bitch. Okay. Maybe I should try and get my shit below light. What about you? You're most of it. And what about you? There we go, that's light. Perfect. This looks ugly as fuck, but this will give us more mana regen. How much more? I don't know. Attributes 2.53. Looks like it's going up a lot faster. Keeper's tag. Is this a quest item? It is. Alright. Looking for the Resistant Part 2. Food's purpose is simple: fill the belly and fuel the body. Leave fancy meals to aristocrats and their delicate palates. For the rest of us, anti-meal readers' practical advice. In the first volume you master the basics: boiling water and mashing potatoes. Now it's time for something more refined: hunter's stew. Don't fret, even the most hopeless cook can follow this recipe with my guidance. This dish reminds me of my late husband. Skilled hunter, but utterly clueless in the kitchen. How could a man so adept with a bow be so helpless over the pot? Life's little mysteries, I suppose. No way that put me overweight. That is crazy work. Alright, I'm gonna go to the main road. I'm gonna make my way directly to the quest objective. Because I need a place to sell. A place to stash. So we'll ignore. Okay, you want the smoke, I can tell. Yeah, this is for you. I'm out of mana. No, you don't. Oh, nice try. I love spoiled meat, it's so tasty. So tasty and good. What the fuck is that? Oh well. What are you doing here, huh? This is my road. You pay for tax to be here? You haven't, have you? Get off my road. Oh, nice. I'm leveled up from that. These are enemies. We'll ignore them for now. As I said, I need to get to a place to sell. Get out our weight limit. To make inventory space. What the? No, we'll come back to it. We will come back to it. Devoted guardian to Prophet Kai, Esgar battled the scourge of the Red Death, aiding in the founding of the Red Church and the Island Asylum. His dedication saved countless lives during a time of despair. May his memory be praised and never forgotten. Oh, off the power one-handed. What are you doing here? Who are you?
Off the leash, are we? They must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The church? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? Ah, but it doesn't matter now, that you're free.
Who are you?
I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, and she kept me close, until she had no more use for me. Now, I walk alone, but a shadow never strays too far.
How do you know that something happened to me?
You look wretched, and you smell like death.
Thanks.
I've seen people like you before. Broken, worn down, dragged through the mud. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word.
Good.
Yes, off you go. I'm more than happy to oblige.
Bro has a cool ass sword and I kinda want it. Nice try. Oh wow, hitting him hurts me. Alright. In that case, just keep making distance. I'm bombarding him with spells. Eventually, we'll win. There's a radius, it seems. What happens if I leave this radius? It's just considered a loss. Ow. Alright, well, he's obviously much stronger than we are. So, let's forget about that. I don't get distracted. We need to lock in on getting to a vendor. And maybe a stash. Yeah. Wake up. Hello? Hello? Get up, soldier. The enemy's coming.
Whoa, what's happening? Wait, I haven't seen you before.
Accidentally skipped a piece of dialogue. I'm a traveller. I was told I'd find safe haven here in the Horns.
But we don't just let anybody in, pal. You need to have, things, proof. Things to prove you're safe. For Haven. Yeah.
Yeah, I have this pin. I was told I'd find a safe haven here in the Horns.
This pin. I can't say I see it very clearly at this, present moment, but it does look important. Very official. But I remember Fergus said something about all this, these emblems once.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yes, I remember now. I welcome thee, ye, royal person, on behalf of the keepers. You are a great friend to our home. Welcome. Please, speak with Fergus. He's our quartermaster. He runs things around here in the captain's absence. He'll greet thee properly. Have a pleasant rest of the day.
This guy's a little bit stupid, but, you know. And right back to sleep. Hell yeah. Trader?
All mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
Thank you. You seem angry.
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
Am I?
I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already.
Who's Brandon?
You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus.
Oh, so he's a
I thought
clown.
since they let you in, you must
Got
have
it.
an in with him. But it turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything.
Open shop. Sell. Here we go. We'll keep the spear and the short sword. All this can go though. We'll keep the torch, it could come in handy. Obviously keep that. Oh, that's two-handed there, that's unfortunate. Keep them. Armor. All this can go. Oh, it's only 2 gold apiece. Doesn't seem to be all that worth doing. It said like 20 gold and stuff earlier. That is a bit of a problem. This isn't worth anywhere near as much as I mean, I guess it adds up, considering how much money we now have. We'll keep them. Stash them maybe. These weigh nothing. Didn't really weigh much either. Mostly don't weigh anything. Probably put it. Guess it adds up though. Unless it's this shit. Oh no, not selling that. Oh hell yeah. Still have 68 out of it. Whatever. Weight 2.8. That stuff too, I guess. Interesting. So everything above here weighs 0.1 at least. Okay. We can maybe work with that. What does she have? Allows sketching. How much is it? 8 coins. Scouting for 8 coins. From now on, you can use the sketchbook, and if you want to draw what you see, then you just simply open the quick wheel. But why? Spyglass. Right, that's all we need from here then, I think. That's weird. That's a lot of money. Man, ooh, that's pretty good. Just for moving around and shit. It's expensive. So, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Who are you?
Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there.
Yeah, you really should have. Tell me about Timberwall.
You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place.
I sense there's a story there.
Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them.
On your way back home?
I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes.
Why is there a scape vibrating? See this shit right here? What's going on down there? Let's have some stories from your time on the road.
Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought. Until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out, so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature.
Well, give me that quest that you have. Maybe there's something else I could help you with.
You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right?
I don't care, I want XP.
Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rule book.
Oh. I'm interested.
There's a woman from the tribes called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while. And she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo. Something the captain wanted me to arrange.
Oh.
You still up for an adventure,
Indeed I am. Where can I find her?
My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the Whale's Tooth. Rumor has it that Bromar No-Face and his thugs are fond of that place, which wouldn't be good news for Nest.
Okay. That's all I need.
Good luck. And don't worry, I'll pay. No matter whether she's dead or alive. Just let me know what happened. And bring back the cargo if she still has it.
I might. I might not. Okay. What's the point of that? I can sell it. Apparently. Another sketch. I do it multiple times, same person or whatever. I can.
You're
Okay.
back.
And then can I sell it? Can. Basically just infinite money then. Okay. My frame rate dropped like a motherfucker when I went into that spyglass. Alright. My GPU usage is capped out, and I'm not getting 120 frames. So, where is frame rate? Is it in here? Yeah. 60. Here we go. I'd rather have a constant 60 than it, you know, going up and down, up and down. Okay. Oh. Oh. It's a transition screen. Okay. Why is it red though? Oh, because I'm stealing. That would answer that then. Well. I don't know how the mechanic works exactly. There we go. In. I'll definitely take coin. And then we'll leave. I don't think anyone cares if we did that. I don't know how the steel mechanic works. Okay, cool.
Let me guess. Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north? Ah, of course.
You must be from Connacht. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
Your mother. Even if I'm from Connacht, why do you care?
Oh, I was just wondering what's going on out there. Here in the
Fair
south,
enough.
we have our own affairs. What happens out there in the world? Well, the news doesn't always travel all the way here.
And they should. It's in our common interest.
You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
A secret coalition? Coup?
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even
His
involved.
string's vibrating
Hell
too.
knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course.
How would I recognize someone from a secret coalition?
That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kinda blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks.
You know, you don't look all that smart either.
You see? It takes one to know one. And that means we're just pawns. Folks like us won't change anything. But we have to talk out loud. It suits them when everyone keeps their mouth shut.
Real. That's so true, actually. Are you suggesting that someone intentionally caused the plague?
Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud.
It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
So what's at stake?
Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history. You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just started to believe in it.
You know,
Maybe.
one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else.
You might be right.
You finally get it. It's just a pity that there are so few like us. Well, we just have to keep going, eh? And while we're at it, I have to get back to work. I'm on duty.
Well, we'll leave him to his conspiracy theories and so on and so forth. How do I know if I'm seeing or not? That answers that question. Oh. That wasn't even a thing to steal. This is just a random abandoned house. I wonder if we can buy this house for ourselves. Probably not, right? Probably won't just let us renovate it and stuff. I mean, it might. Who knows? I don't think so, though. I would be surprised if there was a mechanic like that in the game. Just a random guard, eh? Random no-name guard. Ow, bitch. Alright, well, that was to be expected, I suppose. So it looks like as long as no one sees you, it doesn't really matter. I can just do what I want. The head of Rusty Argyle, last seen collapsed bridge along the King's Road. Notable features: red hair, shanks. Infamous bandit Rusty Argyle, also known as Crimson Argyle, is wanted for crimes against Camelot. His list of offences include murder, robbery, extortion, and the desecration of holy sites. He commands a group of equally vile outlaws. Cillian, Camelot's representative. Head of the Fingerless Comb, near the East Gate. Missing fingers on the left hand. Fingerless Comb is wanted for countless crimes against the people of Camelot, including treason, murder, and robbery. He leads a group of outlaws known as Comb's Dozen. Cillian, Camelot's representative. Head of Silent Cilia, north of the Sunken Village. Often wearing a black hood and wielding dual daggers. A dangerous assassin known by the names Silent Cilia, Cilia the Spectre, Silk, Shade, Cilia Sinclair, and Saffron Sheborn. Wanted for multiple murders, robbery, and theft. Head of Senon the Giant, an abandoned village near the King's Road. Admirable size. The bandit known as Senon the Giant is wanted for murder and robbery. Extremely strong and dangerous, do not approach alone. Be cautious of his two-handed sword. You say so. Got a bunch of quests there. And who, pray tell, are you? Are they now? Okay. Oh, you're Cillian.
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables, I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking
Just
the
10
bounty
gold.
board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business.
You're a representative of Camelot?
That's correct. My name is Lillian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the keepers to fight.
Camelot knows about the bandits, why didn't they send the army?
The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did with the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin.
What, a civil war?
I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart.
How dare those commoners demand changes? God, can you believe it? They want more when they have nothing? So greedy. What happened with the Druids?
Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well,
No.
the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it.
They were killed because they were making human sacrifices?
Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're Wormfood now.
And they were all killed?
Most of them. The survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him?
Yeah. Tell me.
His name was Slaudyard. He was lurking near Bloodlake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaughterjag came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons.
Alright, well, tell me about the situation with the tribes.
There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those pig savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it'll end.
How many people have been claiming the bounties?
None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the
Fair
captain
enough.
banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers.
What if nobody claims the bounties and the bandits roam freely?
Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done.
Sir Galahad sounds like a dangerous madman.
No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient.
That fact about hanging was quite interesting. Do you have any other tidbits like that?
Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments?
Interesting. Anything else?
If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin.
Really? Do you have anything else?
I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land.
Does it? Anything
I need
else?
to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know.
Alright, well, I'd like to collect the reward.
Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. Do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies? I would. Oh,
No.
hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So, here's
Thanks.
some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Well, I'll definitely kill them all.
Please, state your...
Just for you.
Bandits.
And for XP. Alright. Looks like I can maybe go up there. Can I make a fire right here? Can. Level up. Spirituality. More mana, please. I think I'm also going to go ahead and get this next. Because it takes so long to get a full mana bar back. So I'm going to go ahead and work towards that. Let's talk. Tell me what the Horns of the South were like in your time.
Ah, the Horns of the South. The crown jewel of these lands. We had barely laid the foundations of Tainted Grail when Seawall and his men had already built a lighthouse, eager to guide our ships to them. He always had a competitive spirit. Of course, it helped that he took every sailor from the homelands with him, along with a handful of knights, so they could learn from one another. And thus, the Keepers of the South were formed. I decreed that every sworn keeper would stand as an equal to a Knight of the Round Table. I doubt they still honor that law. But
Probably
I am
not.
glad to see the keepers grown. In my time, there was only a lighthouse and barracks.
I don't know about that one. Maybe in the future. I don't know if we did your every bonfire or if it's just a one or what, you know? So we'll leave it like that. Am I just a normal guard? Yeah. So are you, right? Yep. Oh, we can just use any bonfire for that? That's cool.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome, welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier?
I'm just that good at stealth. You seem distracted.
Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I can live with all the bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie.
Couldn't you just make it yourself?
As if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And
I'll
Rorik,
learn then.
the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses.
I could try, if you can remember the recipe.
Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go.
Cool. Alright. Cook. I have what it takes to make it. I need 1 egg and 1 blueberry. Can I find it around here? Maybe the woman sells it. She does not. One egg and 1 blueberry. I don't know where we'll find one, but we'll find one somewhere. What you? Where does this lead?
It's nice to have a break.
Okay. If you say so. I'm trying to see where this leads. How it connects. Okay, so that's how it connects. I'm glad I didn't take 4 damage from that. Would have been annoying. He who first set foot on Avalon under Arthur's command. He who forged the path for the king and his loyal subjects. Glory and honor to the founder of the Horns of the South. 2-handed level up. Hell yeah. Garrison. Broken lock. Well, that's that then, right? Huh. Interesting. So that's the front. What about over here? Why is this like this? I can just keep on going down. But why? Get down there. But why would I? Hmm. I've gotten off track here. Can I get back up? I cannot. Let me go back. Oh shit, how far back is this?
Please. Do you keep...
I spoke to you. I spoke to you. Ah, okay. I pretty much know where we are then. Nothing of interest in there. Where's key to the dungeons? Okay. You say so. Right. Will it be an egg or blueberry? Yeah. Dude, I really wish I could use the short sword. But I'm not putting points into strength for a long time. That was easy. Coin, wolf pelt, and ale. A long sword, eh? Probably requires even more strength. Oh. I guess because it's dull? I don't know, man. Don't know. There's a lot of chests. Get some skill ups here. For the lockpicking, that is. Oh, that was easy. It was easy indeed. And again, level up. Hell yeah. Boom. Take all. These guys don't need it anyway. Better for me to have it. You know? Oh, there it is. A lot of coins in here. Perfect. Got a decent amount of money from that. These guys won't mind, right? I hope not.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
You're not sitting now, so I don't believe you. I just...
I can't let you get away.
Fuck. We'll take the gold and then we'll lockpick the front door.
Always good to have a little rest.
Easy. And we're in. Anything interesting in here? Maybe in here? Yeah. Money and a great mana potion. I'll take it.
Always good to have a little rest.
Yeah, I mean, if you say so, yeah. I don't know if we want to get a blueberry or the egg farm. But we'll find out.
Boy, friend, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work?
I don't know, you tell me.
He's riveting.
Ah.
It's good to see a new face in this sad hole.
Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
A chance. See what he has. Actually, I forgot to look what he has. Some basic stuff, eh? I don't know if I want to buy this shit though. Don't get many visitors.
Not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago.
Oh yeah?
People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe?
I have this pen.
Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you.
You recognize it?
Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you.
There's a shit show going down everywhere. What do you mean?
Sometimes I wonder, you know, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. They took a lot of our territory. Then, the Del Rita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows?
The weirdness started spreading their Grubwood.
Yes. That damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They
Crazy?
say that some men here started going dark.
Those crazy ones.
With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories.
I just arrived here. Tell me more about those bandits.
Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villagers started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now too.
The Dalviata took over the All-Mother's Temple.
That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either.
Okay. Anything positive going on around here?
I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
You mentioned you're on lockdown.
Yeah. After we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Del Rita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then he shut himself in his office, without leaving us any orders. Virgus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages on drink.
Well, let's here's a quest for us.
Ha! Friend, I wish. but the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around, and now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either.
Must be something I can help you out with.
Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. If you're willing to learn, that is.
Bet. Teach me.
Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We
Maybe.
should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Okay. And how do I craft that? Is it just in the menu? I don't know. I don't see a way to craft. Maybe there's a workbench here. And crafting leather and iron. Oh, but I can't even use it anyway. Upgrade. Catch relic. Nope. I wonder how many times I can do that. There's just one, so I can do it multiple times. Nice. That's you spoken to and dealt with. That's up here. Okay. I'm gonna do this segment if I can. That guy's still there, he is. I need him gone so we can break into that one room. Where does this lead to? Okay. Let's see how it is. Bunch of stuff up here. Nothing of interest though. Keep a party. Stuff I can take instead of stealing, apparently. Easy. Leather boots at the roots. What's the... Ah, never mind. Cannot wear them. Too heavy. Oh well. Just a fast travel beacon. I can drop here. Why did I do this? I think I just die. Oh no! Oh! Interesting. So if you land in a hay bale, it doesn't take damage? I feel that drop should have killed me. Didn't. Which is interesting. Keep it down. Alright, I see how that connects. I'm still a little bit busy.
When things are
I will go up there and speak to those people later. Right now, I'm gonna loot this guy's house. Unless there's someone in here to stop me. But I don't think there will be. Exiled by the Red Death, I find myself in Avalon, bound to follow the word. I shall not think ill of it, nor defy the priests who uphold it. The word commands me to kill, I shall kill. It tells me to take from my kin, I shall take. In the face of the plague, I find solace in the word alone, rejecting false gods and prophets. My faith, I set an example for other outcasts. Yet many are unruly, corrupt, and indolent. Hold on, I've reread this. So they claim to know the prophet, their deeds betray them. I don't think we have. I feel like we have. Their minds are sullied and the prophet sees all. As punishment, their skin is marred by red marks, festering and flaking. The Red Death not only claims their lives, but damns their souls. Yet hope remains for the impure. The prophet declares, renounce unruliness, dishonesty, and indolence. Embrace my word in your heart, and your soul will be purified as mine was. The prophet warns, trust in my disciples as you trust in me. To harm them is to harm me, and you'll be punished accordingly. Already read this? We've definitely read this. Yeah. Alright. I've already read this. Why is there all these books here? Okay. I don't know if this was in there, but I don't think we read this one. This is my account of the devastation caused by the Red Death. Recorded as I attempted to understand its impact on our bodies. My time is short, but I hope my brothers will transcribe my observations for future use. I was provided with a deceased family, a woman, man, and a child, well preserved and undisturbed. The parents died en route to the asylum, the child passed just 2 days ago. I began with the father, and made a shallow incision followed by a deeper one to access the skull. After removing the skin flap and draining excess blood, I drilled to expose the brain. Trepanation demands the utmost care. The tissue is severely damaged, the magneto affected by the plague and estimator absent, likely due to agonal visions from the bleeding heart overwhelming the mind. Such visions seen in all dying being either ecstasy or distress. Okay. You say so, little bro. Say so. Read that too. Okay. What else is in here? Nothing interesting. Maybe something in that locked chest. Let's open it. Let's see. Yeah, good enough for me. Alright. Pretty much looted. And it is pitch black out here now. Dude, what are you still doing here? Go to bed. Hey, what is he doing? Well, needs to go to bed. Sleep. I can break in. I don't think there's anything hidden around here. I mean, maybe, right? Maybe. Well, I'll stick to inside for now. What's this? Oh. Well. What was that? Blueberry? Now it's just an egg. One single egg. And I can make that dish for that one dude. I should probably make it day again, right? Should I? Okay, he's finally fucked off. Bruh. Here we go. Don't wake him up. Should. Fine. Go ahead and take everything. Right. Perfect. Perfect indeed. We'll probably just focus on breaking into people's houses and robbing shit at the moment. There's a lot of shit right there. Don't know why. It is. Oh. Oh shit. Been looking for. Sort by weight. Sell that. That away. Put all that away. Put that away too. Guess I'll put that away. Start putting this shit away too. Yeah. Wanna keep our inventory as low as possible so we can do goblin more shit, right? We won't ever use this otherwise. Iron throwing knight, yeah, that can go away, man. Yeah. Why does that take up weight? That is crazy. Yeah, you guys can put away too. Until we have no weight, basically. I need to put this all away. So many. Just random trash. So much random dog shit. Takes up weight for little to no reason. All of it. All the way. Oh, there we go. It's always 0 apparently. Okay. So we have the equipment rate, spare shovel, and utility stuff that takes up weight. Else is gone. Perfect. Perfect and good. All this should take up no weight. Crafting stuff should take up nothing. And these should take up no weight too. And these. I don't know, yeah, basically, to be honest. I wonder if we can craft from stash. If we can, then that's fine. No, perfect, really. Alright, let's start. Oh. Okay. Maybe there's an egg in here. That'd be perfect if it is. Hell yeah. Take all. Why the hell not? I still just need 1 egg. Don't know where to find one. No, nothing. Okay. Right, well, shit. No idea where we found an egg. I'm gonna go ahead and break into here. Our theft shit's gonna end up maxing out before anything else. No sign of an egg still. Assuming the guy's in here, yeah, it is. Daggers and knives and shit. No egg.
Just let me rest.
Shit. God damn, you scared the fuck out of me. I thought you were about to get up. Fake book. Read. What's this? Converts a non-boss enemy into gold based on their max health. Greed will be your downfall. Interesting. Hell yeah. We can turn random trash into useful stuff. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do in the slightest. I don't worry about it, you can rest. Yeah. Just taking your shit. Jan Haber's key. I don't need that. I'm gonna break in. Craft level 30. Answer me with this shit now. Take all this. Why the hell not? He's infected. He's infected. Do we have that in our inventory? I don't think we do. That means we can craft from stash, and then that's perfect. Crafting. It's easy to do from here, I think. Let's see. Moonshine. I think that's crafted from our stash. Because I do not see moonshine in here at all. In that case, we can just throw everything in there, and we're fine. I don't know though, because I feel like we didn't get that many. You know? We really have so little moonshine. Okay. Oh. What is that? Well, I'll take that. Yeah. Go ahead and take it. And then, I guess we look at over here. Still no sign of an egg. Just what I want, what I need the most. Jail. Go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Alright, that was a nice little lick right there. Can't go in there. Go in there. Man, I cannot find an egg. What was that? Oh, an arrow. Still no egg. There's my lighthouse. Okay. I'll go up there. Not done down here yet. Moonshine and tomato. You know what? This is how we find out. Okay, yeah, it's crafting from stash. That is very good to know, very nice to know.
What do you need? This is a prison, not a museum. We don't admire here. We punish. At least, that's what they tell me to say. I'm supposed to be intimidating. Grrr. so the prisoners are scared of me.
Interesting. That's pretty funny for a weapon.
Good day.
For the prison guard, you seem pretty content.
Because I am. I asked for this post. Just to get some peace, quiet, and warmth. No useless small talk. No shrieking seagulls. And none of that cursed biting wind. I'm telling you, it's heaven. And I get to read my books too. So if you've got anything interesting, I'd be glad to trade.
Got anyone interesting here?
Usually, it's nothing but interesting, folks. I'm telling you, in these crazy times, every one of them comes in with some wild tale. But right now, quiet as can be. Good thing I've got my books. All my adventures are in there these days. Off you go then.
Have a little look. What about this guy? Why is it not locked?
Who are you? What do you want? I don't recognize your face.
Are you a keeper? Why are you in a cell?
I am. They told me it's for my safety, and the safety of others.
Oh.
I don't like it. The keep is supposed to be my home, and yet here I am, locked in a damn jail.
What happened?
That cursed madman from the refugee group bit me. I think his name is Cole. The boys told me he's locked up in a cage now. Good. That's the proper place for animals like him. By the All-Mother, if I'd known he was carrying some foul disease, I wouldn't have gone near them.
Why did he bite you?
He's just mad. I told the others the group of refugees would bring no good here. And as you can see, I wasn't wrong. Cursed bastards.
Alright, and how would you describe what's happening?
Damned if I know. Whenever I've had a fever or cold before, I could always explain it. But this, I can't find the words. Sometimes it feels like I'm fading away. Like the part
Never
of me
fade
that
away.
makes me who I am is disappearing. I don't know how to describe it. And there's a voice at times. It calls to me. Each night it draws nearer.
What is this voice?
Like a dreadful howl. Not at all human, that's for sure. At times, I hear our words within it. But more often, it's like a noise from deep within the bowels of the earth. Like something very wicked.
Can I help you somehow?
The medic and that red priest both came to see me. Both shrugged, offering no cure. Heber says I should wait. But if you've got anything stronger to drink, I wouldn't say no. It might ease the pain. Even just for a little.
I don't think it would help.
Yeah? Then why did you bother asking at all, eh? Hold fast. And steer clear of those strangers. Hold fast.
Oh, chill. Okay. Autosave 2. I wanna go get some ale for him. Some moonshine, maybe.
Hold fast.
I think we can get some pretty easily for him. Might get something cool out of it. to say. Alright. And really? Brother. Brother. Bruh. Here we go. I think I know how to get moonshine for them even easier. I come down here. Alright, you wait there. Easy. Easy, easy, easy.
At the pen. Like the map part.
Yeah, take it.
Thanks. That's really nice of you. Hold fast. Hold.
Perfect. Balthazar. Alright, moving on. I guess we'll do the barracks next. Maybe there's some eggs in here. Doubt. But reports of a strange madness have emerged in the region. Travelers and keepers near the Archspire have experienced unsettling dreams. Unique to each person, yet linked by the sense of something lurking unseen. Those affected began showing bizarre symptoms, drifting between alienation and bursts of aggression, eventually abandoning human behavior altogether, becoming wild and feral. Ultimately, these unfortunate souls either vanished without a trace or met an untimely end. Some believe this madness erases one's existence entirely. Whatever the truth, camping near the Archspire is strongly discouraged. If you say so. If you say so. Still no sign of an egg. Fortunately. Take all. We are running low on lockpicks though. Burning through them quite fast. Quite fast indeed. And our theft is going up quite fast too, so, you know. All averages out, I guess. And we have 1.5 thousand gold already just from robbing this place. Little care package. We still have a shit ton of stuff we can do for more money. Here we go. Nobody's gonna wonder why all this shit's missing, huh? Alright, cool. I'm gonna wait till daytime to go speak to people. That way we know who we've spoken to and who we haven't spoken to.
Something.
And they're all awake. Oh. Okay.
Nice to see you. Hey, hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them?
Who's there? What are you talking about?
Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore.
If not two lighthouses, then what?
Two taverns, of course. One to drink in, and the second for when you're already drunk. Ha!
When such ships don't sail here anymore.
Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more.
Walk into what the horns at the south.
Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different lately, due to the refugees. One was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swal, or whatever his name is.
I haven't seen any museum. What do you think about the refugees?
What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hang. That's all. Folks are saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good.
Museum?
Aye, it's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway.
Yeah, but where is it? I haven't seen it. What can one do here?
You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for an adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's always something happening out in the world. But you know what? Here in the south, everything happens late. It's a big world out there, and a small one right here.
Okay.
I wonder if, once they finish this one, they'll start building a third.
Why not?
From a
Wouldn't a
financial
third lighthouse be good?
standpoint, absolutely no sense.
Wouldn't that be great? A third lighthouse? Hang on. Huh. Didn't even see that. Oh shit. That was close. And this place is big, to say the least.
What do you want? You alright, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
No, I haven't. Who's Cole?
Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, Old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit Old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage.
That's enough one infected then.
If you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
Okay.
I can't believe it's come to this. They deserve better. Hey.
If you say so. If you say so. Are those guys still in here asleep? So I'll talk to them. Oh, they're gone. Alright, good. That means everyone should be awake. And we can look around and talk to people. And it should be fine. Good. Being the operative word. Still no eggs.
Just keep your head down.
Oh man, this place is massive.
Seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! Just try landing here and I'll pluck your asses clean. A keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. And what do you want?
Seagulls? Why are you so fixated on them?
I'm fixated. Me? Oh, you didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then, suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So, I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist. And then another 4, splat. And they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the keep, mark my words.
I guess they didn't like what you said about them.
And I don't like how you seem to think I'm a fool. So, what now? Should I shit on you for that? I don't think so. I once managed to...
Yeah, I don't like the idea
I
of
thought
that.
they'd learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting. With increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in fields. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is.
I can help you out.
Oh, thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me.
Know anyone who might know something about seagulls?
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. There is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything.
Oh, does he now?
There you are, finally. What are you waiting for?
Okay. It's over here. Oh, chickens. Surely there must be eggs around here then. Ah, fuck's sake, I'm trying to get an egg. Stop moving me. There we go, we can make it. We can make that little pie or whatever. Where'd all the chickens go? All just disappeared.
I should stay out of trouble.
Oh well. Why is saving temporarily disabled? What? How the hell did I get a bounty on me, man? Don't tell me the chickens reported me. Doesn't make any sense.
If I just stay there, you.
Okay. If I get the chickens on me again, it's not gonna make any sense. I think it's gonna give me a bounty from the chickens again. But we did know there's an egg in that one room, so it's not that big a deal. So we'll just grab that egg and then we're fine. Oh, hell yeah. Take all of that. Berry, I don't really need that, to be honest, but you know. It is what it is.
Were you at the pledge? I didn't see you.
I'm just passing by, I don't save.
Yeah. Victory over health. Honor over life.
Do you need help?
Yeah. Bandits, tribes, Sodomol. Sleep, damn it, is the worst son of a bitch I ever fought. No sleeping, no. The service is eternal. Where would we be if Seawall took naps all the time? You need to serve. Not.
How long have you been awake?
I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day. Sometimes 20. Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep. He keeps watch. The Old Mother will reward me after I'm dead. But I'm not gonna lie. That potion from Eber, our physician, works miracles. You could stand on the walls all day and night and not even think about closing your eyes.
Asking for more?
What? Listen, pal, I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was getting sleepy and took it. And then Yan put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigor. Good stuff.
You know, I think some sleep would do you good.
Shows what you know. Once more, call to this glorious service by the grace of the sea.
This guy really needs to go to sleep.
Serve.
What if I picked the other option? What if I pick the option? I'm pretty sure we already have it.
Yeah. And excuse me? Those were local supplies for every keeper. Shit. Maybe I was stealing. Oh, I never thought about it like that.
No.
Service. Eater.
We can't give him one. Okay, whatever. We can't give him one, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't actually mean to fall down, but okay. Okay, there's a keep or whatever over there. That's back up there. Did we? I don't even think we spoke to everyone up here. So we can start with that, I guess. We're not a keeper, just a random no-name scrub. Nothing over there. Interesting. Probably a way up there.
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery?
Maybe. Ask me nicely, I will.
Just kidding.
What?
I love the view, but this weather is killing me.
Maybe your clothes are too thin.
You don't say. I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me to freeze my arse off. He said as punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers, whatever the hell that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please.
So I assume there's something you need.
Oh, aye. I need a warm coat. And I mean the absolute warmest coat you can get, huh? Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days.
What happened between you and the blacksmith?
Stupid. That's what I was. I may or may not have commented on our blacksmith's skill. I gave him a blade to sharpen, and when I got it back, it was still dull. Osprey swore he did his job properly. I said he's getting old. And so on and so forth, until it turned out that my mate had played a trick on me, swapped my sword with another one that was as dull as a stump. I tried to make amends with Osprey, but the old man's pride is as stiff as his steel. Can't say I blame him. Now, here I am, frozen to the bone and in need of a hand. You got one to spare?
Sure, I'll get you something, yeah.
Thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
Alright, another quest. Perfect. Was there a guy over here somewhere? I'm pretty sure there was, right? You.
Hey, tell me, can you read?
Only on Tuesdays. Yeah, I can, why?
Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so proud of her.
Why didn't you ask one of the keepers?
They always make fun of me for not knowing how to read. And Enid is still learning. I don't want them to make stupid jokes about her if it's bad. I know our village is in the arse end of nowhere, but it's not our fault no one ever gave a shit about it. At least now things are changing. Maybe my sister will have a better future, eh?
Alright, sure, I'll read it for you.
Oh, thanks. Here's the letter.
Brother, it ain't good news, sorry. We Red Priests came wanted to take Mom and some other folk because of the plague. Our dad and some other man did not agree, there was a fight and Father got killed. Now I'm taking care of Mom, she's feeling more and more weak. You don't know if the priests are gonna come back or what. It's hard, but she asked me to send her love and tell her to keep going and do good things. That's the most important thing. It's me, Annette. I'm praying for you. Damn. Dad's dead. Mom probably has the Red Plague, not far behind. Baby Annette will catch it too. Shit.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy?
Sorry, something terrible happened.
No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go back to him, right?
You might get caught. You'd be accused of desertion and killed.
I guess. I guess that's true. Yes. Excuse me. I need to be alone.
Shit, man. I think it's time we did a manual save. Robbing the shadow of the horns. Perfect. Where's he gone? Came out the menu and He's just gone. Huh. Oh well. No idea where he's went, but
What do you think
guess
of
we'll know
scale
eventually.
armor?
What?
Scale armor. What do you think of it? The ones all the keepers wear.
I think there's better to be had out there.
Sure, maybe it's easy to make and doesn't restrict movement, but it doesn't provide the best protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for. Lamellar armor is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a polearm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable.
Why don't you tell the quartermaster or the blacksmith that Lamellar armor's better?
I told them, but they both said I know jack shit. Besides, the keepers rarely go outside the walls nowadays. Then the quartermaster added that if I don't like our equipment, he could send me out scouting in just my underwear.
And maybe don't raise the topic anymore?
Perhaps you're right. But if somebody ever stabs me under the scales, I'll go straight to the quartermaster and give him an earful.
How do you know so much about armor?
I read a lot about it. In Volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac, Arden Shadowblade describes the differences between various types of armor. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious.
So you never want any of armor apart from what you're wearing right now?
No, but I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armor.
Who's Arden Shadowblade?
Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armor. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques, and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I would love to meet him one day.
Do you know how to make Lamellar armor?
Oh, of course. I mean, I've never made one. I'm not an armorer. But I've read so much about it that I'm sure it won't be a problem. Here's the page from the Armourer's Almanac that explains the process.
The process? What's a process? Do you mean process? What's a process? Design my Lamellar armor based on an illustration from page 38 of Merthin's The Great War, likely from the late 3rd or early 4th century. The original depicted Camelot's infantry wearing lamellar plates bound with leather straps. We replaced the leather with steel, prioritizing chest protection. The armor passed my shooting test of 5 bolts fired from 10 steps, only 2 partially penetrated. While some might criticize the steel's tempering or the crossbow's tension, the results still validate the armor's strength. The design offers excellent mobility, likely even better in its original form. It surpasses scale armor in protection against upward strikes and is faster produced in chainmail or plate. And best of all, it looks fantastic. Does it? Oh.
Hello.
We want some of that then. To make ourselves some of that. Hell yeah, sounds like it's light, durable, and good looking. So we want some of that action for ourselves. If I drop here, only a little bit of pain. Only a little bit. Alright, so I guess we'll speak to the people around here next.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul. Certainly. Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask.
Kinda mid. Thank you. I've already been blessed with tongs, pincers, and fire.
What do you mean, my child?
What do you know about the underground Four Dweller vaults? It must be a long time since you visited the island asylum.
Indeed, my child. I have served in the Horns of the South since I turned 20. So, it's now my 40th year in the service of Kai and this noble abode. As for the asylum, I only know as much as my brothers deem necessary to relay to me in their letters. I only receive reports on their progress towards curing the Red Death. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof.
Believe what you want, my scars speak for themselves.
So it's your word against the word. Let's leave it at that. May Kai's...
Okay, hold on. Bag. Maybe one of the things in our stash can be given to him. In order to, you know, prove our word.
Hello?
Okay. Let's head down to our stash and pull out some shit. And then, we'll see if we can convince them. You've been in here, right? This is where that one dude was. I think. Ah. That's why he had all them notes and shit. Alright, stash, 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 come here. Readable. Take. And let me just take everything. It'll be easier that way. And then put that away. All this can go away too. And that should be fine. Perfect. And then if none of that can prove to him about what's going on in there, nothing can.
What?
Here's your letter, is this enough?
Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the Prophet. Back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy, everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So, this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way, and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I dare not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it?
That's all you have to say? Okay. Well, what do you think of the weirdness?
A sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the Church most of all. Understanding.
Real. Are the horns prepared to fight the weirdness?
As prepared as any men can be against something they barely understand. Swords and fire will hold back beasts. But what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in an age, yet the weird does not creep near it.
How come?
Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The Keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the Church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone.
So you feel safe here?
Safe? No. But safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough. May Kai's word always guide you. In the word, you will find solace. I thought about what you showed me. Thank you for trusting me.
Why the sudden change? I thought you didn't believe me.
I heard rumors a long time ago, back when I was still an acolyte, about the sealed, pitch-black dungeons from which you could hear howling, rattling of chains, and other mysterious noises every night. The mere description of them could frighten a young man. Back then, I thought it was nothing but a tale to scare new adepts into obedience. But several years ago, a traveler came here. He was looking for information about his pregnant wife. She was supposed to go to the island asylum to treat the early symptoms of the Red Death, and we were already quite adept at suppressing those. No wonder her husband
You have a
was
quest
hoping
for that
her
guy.
safe return. But if she never came back and vanished without a trace, well, it made me wonder. And now this letter. I've decided I can't keep turning a blind eye to what's been happening.
What?
It's against the word.
Katrin and her son died in the dungeons. I saw the remains.
That's very bad. More evidence that both you and the letter are telling the truth. Her husband is probably around 50 years old now. He came from Quanacht. So if you ever meet him, please pass this information on to him. And assure him that old Regan from the Horns of the South offers any support he may need.
So, did you come to any conclusions?
Ah, yes. I wrote to the Prior to send another acolyte in my place. I told them I wanted to end my service and retire. But, well, in truth, I'll go to the Prior with the letter you gave me. It's time to honor the memory of Father Leon and bring this matter to an end. To do justice to all those suffering in torment in the island asylum. In the meantime, I am still at your service, my child. What can I do for you today? Certainly.
No, that's too expensive.
May Kai's word.
Right, got another quest done. forgettable as this. Lives in okay, perfect. We'll tell him, obviously. You know.
Blessing. May Kai's.
Alright, we're done with him. Where else do we need to go? We'll leave you for last. How about you?
If you're here to see the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer.
Oh yeah? Why'd you say that?
I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He
what?
said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds like horse crap. My grandma was smarter than your lot, and she couldn't even read.
She knew how to make a proper potion for toothache. If I were any good at mixing that stuff, I wouldn't need to deal with quacks like Heber.
I even gave him my grandma's recipe, but he said it was no good.
Why not?
Don't know. Probably just didn't like that an old woman from a backwater village was a better healer than him.
Why doesn't the medic want to make it?
He says it's no good. Says that if I don't get the tooth pulled out, it'll keep hurting. I told him that's why I need the remedy, to make it stop hurting. But it's like talking to a brick wall.
I'll talk to him for you.
You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Tooth saver, yeah? No matter.
I wonder if the potion just suppresses the pain and doesn't actually treat the root cause of it, and that's why it's no good. We'll see. We'll see. Who are you? You're fear gas, so we don't need to go into there then. We can go in here. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, sorry. Do I know you? I'm terrible with faces. Either way, glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Jan Heber, a physician raised in Camelot and trained in the Royal Academy.
Let's look at his shop first. Okay. Ooh, lightning. Mana cost 5.7, but damage was a lot better. Really like lightning. It costs quite a bit. We might be able to get something similar for free. Never know. I think we'll wait now. What exactly are you doing here?
Healing diseases. Sometimes cutting people open. Oh, and pulling out teeth seems to be a leading cause of concern for everyone around here. Me pulling teeth in the arse end of the world? My friends back in Camelot would laugh their brains out.
You look like you're in dire need of sleep.
I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group.
Care to share the recipe?
Oh no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can sell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups.
Why wouldn't you want the leadership to know?
There are side effects. You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you either take the next dose or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to. But our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky.
And if I do tell someone?
Well, they already trust my word, and I'll be sure to deny everything. Moreover, I'm in the position to raise my prices or to refuse to sell you medicine, whichever suits my mood. I'm honestly quite offended you're even asking.
Recipe you were just whispering to yourself?
Is some local witchcraft I've been trying to make sense of. I guess I'll find out when I try it.
Try it? On yourself?
Experience is the best teacher. Don't worry, I'm not testing anything on the others. Graham the Mad, a great Camelotian physician, used to say that a real doctor would never give his patient something he hadn't tried on himself first. A wise approach, which I follow myself.
Graham the Mad? Don't you see the irony?
What irony?
Isn't that dangerous?
The pursuit of knowledge is always dangerous. That's why it's reserved for only the bravest of the brave. It takes true guts to face the unknown, to realize just how little you know, and how insignificant you are to the world.
You could try it on me.
Oh, that was unexpected. Here, take it. What will happen, I have no idea. But please, tell me, if you live to find out.
Interesting. Phoebus elixir. Did it do anything? Huh. I'm gonna reload to before eating it, and then we'll save it, I guess. I mean, I googled it, so I know what to do with it. I just don't know if it matters when we eat it, you know? So let's see. Is the quick save before eating it? I think it is, right? Yep. Perfect. So you're not a fan of local remedies?
I was classically trained in the proper art of medicine by the scholars of Camelot. The things they do here, they make no sense. No sense at all. Most of this stuff shouldn't even be effective, yet it seems to work wonders on these simple-minded, tough-bodied people here in the South.
So why do we even study this stuff?
Shipments from Camelot are late, so I'm running low on supplies. If I'm not able to treat them, they'll start complaining. And Fergus doesn't like when people complain, especially when it comes to their health. He truly cares about them, I've got to admit. He doesn't care much about anyone else, though.
Do you know anything about what's wrong with Colin the Bitten Keeper?
No, and I'm reluctant to admit that I'm unable to help with this matter. Cole's symptoms are unlike anything I've ever seen. I'm certain it's not one of the usual maladies carried by wild animals. As for the bite on Mahon, although it was a nasty wound at first, it healed very quickly. On Cole, it's barely visible.
There's a keeper of a toothache complaining that you don't want to help him.
Lanzo knows very well what he must do. I'm sorry, but there's nothing else I can do for him. Either he removes the tooth, or it will keep hurting.
You said something about a remedy.
Yes, his grandma's miracle medicine. I honestly don't have time for village superstitions. I had to confiscate the recipe as well, lest he tries making it himself. As if I don't have enough problems already.
Do I have the recipe?
No, I thought I made myself clear. If you want an excuse to drink yourself to oblivion on moonshine, just drink the moonshine. No need to add other potentially dangerous ingredients.
Potentially dangerous ingredients? Like what?
Well, to be fair, the base recipe is pretty harmless. But what if someone decides that if they don't have carnation, it's perfectly fine to substitute it with devil's snare, since the color is more or less the same? Or sage with wolfsbane, because, you know, leaves are leaves. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I know these people well enough not to trust them with something like this.
So if I combine moonshine, carnation, and sage, I'll get the remedy?
What? How do you... You know what? Fine. Do whatever you want. But if it causes you to shit yourself for 3 days straight, don't come running to me.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Why would you, though? Don't you have better things to do?
Not really. Not really, not at the moment.
Well, if you're not in the mood for sharing, then I won't ask. You might have more success getting people to trust you with their personal matters if you were a little bit more forthcoming, you know?
There's nothing to be forthcoming about. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. The job gets done, everyone's happy.
Back in Camelot, I knew a mercenary who had a very similar view of the world. He wasn't very happy when he got too old for his line of work. Then, there was nobody willing to give him anything to do. Do you know why that was? Because nobody cared about him, just like he never cared about anyone. I'm pretty sure he's dead now. Huh, see? I don't even know. But all right, if you're a mercenary, then I do have a job for someone who'd be willing to risk their life in exchange for material goods.
I'll need more details.
Back at the Academy, I found an ancient scroll written by the Druids. Forbidden knowledge, especially now, after the mob forced them all into a wicker man and burned every last one of them to ash. I finally deciphered it a little while ago. It describes a ritual that needs to be performed at night within a stone circle. And guess what? There's one in the nearby forest. I guess you already know what I need you to do,
What's the purpose of this ritual?
That is an excellent question. But I don't know. From what I've been able to decipher, it's a summoning spell to bring something or someone to our world. That being will share its great knowledge with the one brave enough to summon it. I need you to remember what it says and repeat it to me after you're back, word for word.
Why can't you go yourself?
Isn't it obvious? I'm the only medic they have here at the Horns. I'd like to see Fergus's face if he hears about me going out there.
A mob burned all the druids in a wicker man.
And here I am, thinking that everyone's already heard about the Charred Conclave. Well, it wasn't the proudest moment in our history, that's for sure. You truly don't know. At some point, the villagers all around the island decided that the Druids were responsible for the Red Death, and all other ailments of our times. They rounded them all up in a massive wicker man north of the Forlorn Swords, and burned them all to ashes. Hundreds of years of knowledge gone within the blink of an eye. But, well, that's what's bound to happen when you stop paying for people's education and invest in keeping the elites fed instead.
Yeah? Well, that's how it goes. Alright, let's do it. Isn't your fascination with druids illegal?
In Camelot, maybe, but this far south? Nobody cares. I've spent my entire life digging through scrolls and books in pursuit of their knowledge. I've been reading about their rites and the descriptions of their rituals. Look, I'm sure they were onto something. They knew much more than we do, but it feels like there's a veil wrapped tightly around that knowledge. It's like I need to find the right spell, the right ritual, something that will unwrap it for me.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, can I use your alchemy station? Can. I need 3 more carnations. Do you have carnations for me? In here, maybe? Maybe you have some to sell? You do. Perfect. Made him his remedy. It's done. Actually, be safe first. It's done. Here you go.
I'll finally be able to eat something. Here, take this as my thanks for your help.
Oh, +5 max health permanently. Hell yeah. What do you think of the horns at the south?
A necessary lot, if you ask me. We used to keep the roads clear and the word beasts at bay. but some of my brothers act like they're gods in boots. Power does that to a man.
How do the horns deal with the weirdness?
With steel, fire, and guts. Not much else we can do. But the weirdness, it has a way of creeping past swords and walls. Can't fight what you can't see, eh?
How long have you been serving as a keeper?
It's been near 20 years now, give or take. I was just a scrawny lad when I first took the oath. Back then it was more about duty than choice. My grandmother raised me, you see, but age caught up to her as it does to us all. She needed care and coin was scarce. Joining the keepers? It was the only way I could make sure she got what she deserved. A warm bed, proper meals, and a little peace in her last years.
Do you miss your grandmother?
Every damn day. She was my anchor, you know? Taught me right from wrong, how to keep my head when the world went mad. Even now, when I'm patrolling these walls or facing some weird-touched horror, I hear her voice, clear as a bell, telling me to stand tall. I only hope she was proud of the man I became.
Did your grandmother learn her craft?
She learned from her ma, and her ma before her. It's a tradition passed down through the family. Knowledge of the old ways. Not that these so-called healers give a damn about tradition. It still hurts a bit, but that's normal with teeth, innit? They always hurt a little.
No. Not really.
Ouch! Good thing I saved some of that remedy. Thank you again. Ouch! It still hurts a bit.
I don't know. I think it might just be treating the pain and not the root cause of the pain. You might... Where the fuck did he go? There he is. So it might not actually be that beneficial to him. Alright.
It's still...
We're done with that guy. We're gonna leave him till later. And then... I think... Were there always two people down here? Oh, nice. Level up. Spoken to you. So I'll speak to you.
Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
certainty in Quartermaster Aimer's voice. Beautiful. Makes one eager to start work.
Does it? Good to see you too.
So, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to the Stale Lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink. I'm waiting for a delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime, I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? For the sake of our long friendship?
Steward Orleif. I'm pretty sure she didn't hold that position here.
Orla? I'm sure I'm not mistaken. Anyway, about that favor I asked of you.
Still a lamb? What are you talking about?
I guess you still haven't sobered up, huh? The Stale Lamb. You know, the tavern in the village below the keep. It's run by Ron. Truly a great place. I hope they're not planning to close it down. Oh, they wouldn't do that, right?
No, of course not. Pass? What pass?
Just as we agreed. I appreciate that you remember. Holding one's tongue is the key to success. Keep it up.
What do you need, pal?
I do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you understand.
Understand.
Fantastic. So, here's the thing. On a recent night out at Ron's, it seems I may have left some sensitive documents at the bar. Documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. You know what I mean. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure it won't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Splendid. When you have the documents,
Meet me at the third crowing of the rooster. Or just
Yeah.
find me. I'll be around.
Okay.
You're back. Hi. See you next.
Alright, well. Let's speak to this guy. With the warm coat.
It's for Dan, isn't it? That ungrateful bastard's still on the wall.
Yes, you told me about your disagreement.
Disagreement? Sure, you could call it that, and I guess I might have overreacted a bit. But since Dan is on the wall and I'm here, I couldn't tell him that I get it. The prank and all. And I forgave him a long time ago. Now that I think about it, it was a hell of a prank.
But you're not mad at all?
Well, he was right. I am old, but inefficient, stung a little bit. After all, I did my job well, and his sword is as sharp as Excalibur itself.
That's nice. Now, about the coat.
Well, I may not be angry with him anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll work my ass off so that his doesn't freeze. Here's an explanation of how to make it. Feel free to help him out yourself.
Okay. Warm coat. Handcrafting. Damn, it needs a lot of iron. Damn. New leather. How much iron does this guy have? Damn, this guy wanted 60 gold for this. Does he have any iron? Oh, he does have iron. Okay. Let's make the coat first. Then this needs 8 iron ore and 2 wolf pelts. Sure, we can add 8 iron ore. If I get enough wolf pelts, I'll do it. But for now, we are kinda cooked in that regard. Just the way up, or here, yep. And then it's up here, right? So for the guy we want to speak to. It's up there. I want to get that armor, because that armor looks really good. Here's your warm coat.
Oh, thank you,
It's like a bit of a shit coat, but whatever.
Even though I don't have much, I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while ago. It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See those rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I see a light there. I'm not sure what it could be though. A bandit camp this close to the Horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely? It's probably nothing, but maybe you could find something interesting or valuable there.
Thanks.
Farewell.
I'll take a little peek. Do you often get in trouble with other keepers?
I try not to, but I won't lie. Sometimes I get bored out of my mind. That's the thing about this place. One day, you're patrolling outside the walls, where everything's trying to kill you. You have to stay sharp, keep your eyes open. One slip and you're dead. Then, the next day, they stick you on the walls and nothing happens. It drives me crazy.
You could find something to keep yourself busy.
Like what? Crocheting? No, thanks. I tried. I don't have the patience. At least drinking and gambling with the old guard gives me a bit of a thrill. You can't get too comfortable, you know? One moment you'll let your guard down, and the next a red cap's cutting you to ribbons.
Must not be very happy with my lockdown.
Oh, don't even get me started. Now they suddenly realise it's dangerous outside? Just because some Dalriatas showed up at the temple. It's always been dangerous. Locking us up behind the walls only proves we're scared. And we will be. Because there's nothing worse than sitting around, useless, waiting for something to happen.
Can you see anything from the walls at night?
You mean the weird stuff? It's too far. Just weird shadows skirting around the barrier. But that's all. But I hear things sometimes. Especially when it gets real quiet in the dead of night. One time, I could have sworn I heard the old market come back to life. It chilled me to the bone, worse than this damn wind.
I'll take my leave.
Here's something whispering. Best not to whisper back. Try not to get... See you around.
Okay, well that's that then. Oh, I just lagged a little bit.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
Alright. What else was I gonna do? Carnation. Oh, we don't even need them anymore though. Use money to, you know. Finish the quest. Whatever. Not that great, but I'll take it. If we can find some iron ore and wolf pelts, that'd be great. Irrational hatred. Okay. So we have down there, and up top to the lighthouse. I think we'll go in there first, and then speak to him, and then call it there for this episode. I think that'd be a good stopping point. Wait, is he gone? Looks like he is. Well.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
Yeah, he was pretty drunk.
Most unfortunate. But that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see.
I got this pin from a friend. I assume you know what it means?
Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
We got shipwrecked on the way, but he could have made it.
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one.
But the guy in the market said I do look like one.
This pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
Interesting.
If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, But it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
If you know Aldrin's a drunk, why'd you keep stationing him at the front gate?
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Odrin, but let's just say we can afford to lose him.
Having a drunk guard at the front gate is not a very good look.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
I talked to Orleaf. Why can't she leave this place?
That's between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
Here you go. Chill. Tell me about this place.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you?
Well, I've already stole a bunch of shit and no one caught me, so I'm fine. What exactly are you responsible for here?
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life.
I'm actually here for Excalibur.
Excalibur? You want to pull it out? That's a good one. Well, be my guest. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it.
Oh, but I am. Is there anything I can help you with?
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there.
Okay, who's Marg?
He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand.
Do you have any idea what might be causing this?
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
Maybe he did. Can you tell me more about the cemetery?
It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned.
The flood?
Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural.
Where is the cemetery?
It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go see Marg first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand.
You didn't send any of your men to investigate?
The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well...
disposable?
In your words, not mine.
Alright, I'll do that.
Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
So what's the story behind that flooded village near the Horns?
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
So you just abandoned it?
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Is there anything interesting left there?
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know.
Interesting.
Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish.
Alright. I found a piece of metal with an inscription. Do you know what it is?
That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
Okay. I talked to Mahan. He told me he was bitten by Carl.
I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahon's condition worsens with each passing night. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. Maybe a fresh perspective is exactly what we need. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only interested in the details, and ideally, the solutions.
Ninian is dead. He asked me to bring you this.
Ninian? I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag?
He wasn't taken by the Red Death. The Red Priest tortured him in the island asylum.
Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Rialgan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him...
I was cured by King Arthur, and now I'm immune.
I honestly think your sense of humor is the worst, but I have to respect your unwillingness to share your story. Still, you have to understand, now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
I'd like to speak with the captain.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon.
Why not?
Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters?
Yeah.
There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
This pin should tell you I've got some friends in high places.
So what?
Just tell me where he is.
And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again? First, show me you care. And then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other?
Thursday, first to work, then the audience.
Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk.
I can pay.
No, you can't. I don't take bribes, but if you're eager to throw your gold around, my keepers are running a charity for our veterans. That way, your coin pouch won't weigh you down, and you'll be supporting a worthy cause.
Yeah, for the veterans.
Thank you kindly. The veterans will appreciate it. You won't find the captain at the Horns of the South. He ordered us to lock down the keep, and then he disappeared. I have my suspicions about where he might be, but I can't say for sure. And frankly, I hope I'm wrong.
I'll take the risk. Tell me your suspicions.
I don't like your tone, my friend. But all right. I suspect he's at the All-Mother's Temple. But I will warn you. If he's not dead already, I'm pretty sure you'll be if you decide to go there. That's where the Doriada tribes are holed up, and they're not known for their kindness. And if you do find the captain, tell him to return to the Horns of the South as soon as possible. Galahad the Pure is already on his way, and he won't be pleased to find a bunch of keepers hiding behind the walls without their commander. We'll all face consequences if that happens.
I'm gonna reload because I thought doing that would give me something else and not to skip the process. And I'm not paying 500 gold just to skip the process, you know what I mean? So we'll quickly skip through this.
You are. I just know. And I. Good. I did that. That's a shame. In that case, why not help them with your own two hands? I might look more favorably on you after that.
Let me see the captain or else. Okay, perfect. About the Forgotten Cemetery.
Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Why not?
Yet.
Don't tell me you're afraid of ghosts. Just don't annoy them and you'll be fine.
Shut up. Alright. Do you have any iron ore and stuff? Maybe a wolf pelt? I don't suppose you would have iron ore, would you? Useless ass bomb. Now let's make our way up here. And that was for you, chat. Arthur's memory. All out.
This feeling, it was so strong, so real. I remember now. The weight of it. The power. This blade was never just steel. It was a part of me.
So Excalibur holds a piece of your soul?
Yes. The sensation is unmistakable, but it carries more than my soul. It carries a part of my legacy.
Why can't I draw the sword?
A sword like that, it doesn't yield easily. It demands strength of body and of will. You'll need to grow stronger before it will choose you.
Oh, it hits. Crazy. Alright, let's go inside the tavern then, or wherever that was captain's quarters instead. Alright. Empty, reinforced chest. Keeper's boots. Well, they're my boots now. Requires guard's key. Oh, moonshine. It's very handy. Okay, so that's a basement. That case. What the? I was just teleported. Scary.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction.
Okay.
My name is Ridderick, and I will be happy to introduce you to the rich history of this fascinating place. A history that began 623 years ago with the first keeper, Sewell Firstfoot. I'd also like to bring your attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history of the Horns of the South.
Why are you speaking so slowly? Tell me about the museum.
It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers who were fascinated with Sewell Firstfoot. It took them
What about
years
Secondfoot?
of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Berach the Black.
Cyril? I think I heard about him.
I don't doubt it. Since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper, drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon. As you can probably guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from.
But that was just the first of his many great deeds.
Oh, of course. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Four Dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation.
Exhibits? What exactly do you have here?
The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts.
Interesting. Which exhibits are the most remarkable?
I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively, of course, the most interesting.
Sure.
Those would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his signal horn, and also his boots. Those boots were the first to touch Avalonian soil. What is also worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself during his visit to the Horns of the South in the 15th year of the Avalonian era.
You have souls and authentic boots. Can you tell me more about them?
Yes, remarkable, isn't it? You can find them in the central display. Sewell's boots were sewn from 3 pieces of tanned calfskin, tied at the top with a leather strap. The seam goes through the middle of the instep, which is decorated with ornamental embroidery. On the outer side of each shoe, you can find a decorative brass buckle with the motif of the Camelotian bear. It is notable that even after 600 years, they are still excellently preserved, which is unusual considering the high humidity in this area. It means that even the keepers of that time must have realized the historical value of Sewell's boots, and therefore made sure to adequately preserve them.
The signal horn sounds interesting.
It is indeed an interesting exhibit. The horn was used by Sewell during wartime, not only for signaling, but also for intimidation. It is 50 centimeters long and made of the horn of an ox. It is the color of yellowed bone, with some ash-gray discoloration on the narrow end. It has a brass mouthpiece and silver fittings on its wider side and at the middle. The shape of the fittings suggests that the horn was hanging on a leather strap, which unfortunately has not survived to this day.
Alright, buddy, zip it up when you're done. Oh, damn. Tell me more about King Arthur's tableware.
It's a memento of the visit of the legendary ruler of Avalon. Impressive, isn't it? The tableware is made of tin coated with silver. It consists of a plate, a bowl, and a chalice. The edges are decorated with the motifs of Camelot, a crown and a bear. However, those ornaments are of visibly low quality. That detail, and the fact that those are the only wares from that time that have survived to this day, leads us to conclude that this set was cast specifically for that occasion, and that it was finished by a person unfamiliar with this kind of craft, perhaps a blacksmith or an armorer.
That's enough. I'd like to ask about something else. It's been great listening to you. Can you tell me something more?
Really? Do you mean it? Thank you. That's really nice to hear. I'm not used to positive feedback. Usually people only come here when they've had too much to drink and decided that it'd be fun to come over and start mocking me, or touching the exhibits with their greasy fingers. The last person who seemed to actually be interested in the museum was Lady Elaine. We talked a bit about Captain Lex and the trip that ended tragically in the year 513. It was described in The Last Voyage of the Andraste. An interesting read, although I'd say it should be classified as fiction. Lady Elaine thought differently. Apparently she's looking for the wreck of the Andraste. Can you believe that?
Sounds interesting. Maybe I should meet her.
Definitely. Personally, I believe that people gifted with curious minds should share their observations, for there's always a chance it will result in new developments. You should find Lady Elaine in the tavern, or somewhere close to it. Good luck.
I'd like to ask you about seagulls. Do you know what they're afraid of?
I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest, but I do know the answer to this question, as it is rooted in the history of the Horns of the South. It used to be the case that a significant part of the daily catch was gobbled up by our troublesome coastal neighbors. So the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way to deal with the problem.
Please continue.
Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of tanned pigskin sewn together. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded them of a natural predator?
Okay. Oh, recipe. Maybe we already have the mats we need to make it. That would be awfully convenient. Alright, let's check out the basement. Oh. Just a crab, unfortunately. Nothing too interesting. If we have any iron ore down here, that would be very convenient. Almost too convenient, really. If not, then no worries, I guess. Spirit and blueberry. Man, you really down here sleeping like this? Milk. You won't need it. I need it more. Alright, nothing else in here. We can leave. I'm just gonna double check. Guy, that we have no more dialogue. Yep, okay. Let's get out of here. Alright. So we're almost done exploring the main part of the city. Which is great. Handcrafting. We need another 2 pieces of leather. And these guys just want more and more and more all the time. Just to make this shitty pieces of gear that they want. Was there him up there? I can't remember where the guy was that wanted this. We'll find him now. I don't think. Oh, that was close. That was very close. But it wasn't you. Oh, I missed it, but that's whatever. Didn't take too much damage anyway, so not a big deal. Maybe he was up there. I think it was up there actually, yeah. And then the chickens are up here too, which is what we need to use that one potion.
The less attention. There you are.
Here you go.
A mask? Eh? Are you sure? Ah, whatever, sod it. Now they'll
Looks
get
ridiculous.
what's coming to them, damn rascals. You can go now.
I think you're forgetting something.
You're right. Here, take this. But don't think, even for a moment, that the struggle is over. We need more, much more, to finally rid ourselves of those blasted birds once and for all. Are you ready for the next step in our fight against the flying, shitting enemy?
Yeah. What can I do?
That's the spirit! In a war like this, every ally counts. Look, I've got the perfect seagull trap design right here. You just need to make a few and set them up in some strategic spots, like this one. And those flying pests will surely get caught. We need to work smart.
Don't you think this whole campaign has gone too far?
Never. As long as I live and can do something, I'll keep fighting.
Well, sir, yes, sir, I'll get to work.
Go on then, and fight against the flying vermin.
Oh damn, this guy is crazy. How's the situation in the fortress?
Seagulls still shit on our walls. They still fly over our heads. They still make normal life unbearable. Sometimes I can't sleep. I think about whether there's a quick way to solve this problem. And then I realize this is the bloody South. A bloody fortress by the sea. The problem is that this place exists. But I swore to serve it, to look after the horns of the South. And that goes hand in hand with hating those screeching bastards.
Spend a lot of time on the walls. Is there anything interesting from up here?
When the fog isn't too thick, I sometimes see drowners crawling out of the water. And sometimes I can see a strange shape out on the sea, like a giant herring with a red eye. Too many monsters in this world, far too many. And some of them are above us.
Sounds like the thing that causes the shipwreck. What about that strange shape?
I'm guessing it's just the seagulls driving me insane. Flying rats. But still, I wouldn't recommend swimming too far away from the shore.
If you say so.
Don't keep me waiting. How many of those vermin are down? Hope you've thinned.
Okay.
Watch the feet.
What feet?
Your feet. And my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you.
Are you always this welcoming?
Always.
Just got here and I don't know you.
I'm Owen. And this is what I do here.
Why keep a garden on the roof?
It's safe. I can keep an eye on it. And I can chase off the seagulls. And when the weirdness comes, and the dead start rising up from their graves, then a rooftop garden will be much safer than one on the ground.
Do you have trouble with seagulls?
No, I can handle a few seagulls. I'm not like that idiot Gwilyn.
What's the point of having a rooftop garden that you clearly don't let anyone into?
I let Rark in. He doesn't talk so much. He's my best friend.
Big black cock. How can you call someone a best friend if you don't like talking?
My hoe in your skull would be worth 1,000 words.
Do you need anything?
I have everything I need. And you, the fly in the ointment. You need to talk to plants to help them grow. I'm not going to waste my breath on people.
Roots of knowledge? What is this? Ah, I'll speak to his friend. Alright, and then inventory, bag. Potion.
Seed, leftover fish, crumbs of everyday life. I want some good seed. I'd love some good seed. Not bad seed and fish bones bitter. Ugh, nasty. How much fish can you eat? Want good seed. Go away! Go, stupid human! Go! Why human's still here? Shoo! Shoo! Shoo!
Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh, no! Not another one! Listen, did you perhaps drink some weird concoction lately?
Yeah. Actually, I did drink a potion with an unspecified effect.
Human Heber, I see. I know it must be an entirely new situation for you. If you're feeling hot flashes, you should just lie down. Try to sleep. There, calm down. It'll all be better soon. Damned human.
Who are you?
What? Unless I've grown 4 arms, I should still be a chicken. What's wrong with your lot? Do you always ask such stupid questions?
Yeah, sometimes. What are you doing here?
Pecking, clucking. What else am I supposed to be, pardon me Avalonian, quacking doing? If you want an egg, don't ask me. I'm not one of those henhouse floozies. Now get lost!
Wait, you need to explain what's going on. You're not one of those what?
I'm not sure if I should. Ugh, whatever. I'm Muriel, a four-dweller covert agent among the humans. Though I've nobody left to report to. My bosses stopped contacting me a long time ago.
You're a fort dweller? What was your mission?
Observe, learn, and forward intel. Spy, basically.
You were to spy on us, so there are more of you. Did you want to destroy us?
Not at first, no. Until one human, along with a few others, decided that annihilation sounded like a good idea. The war was bloody, but you know that. You won it, in a way. Or at least that's what you think.
So there are more of you.
There used to be. But it seems I'm the only one left. Turned out that assuming the form of a chicken was not a great fit for spying. We began to disappear, one chicken after another. We lost our heads, ended up in the giant cauldron of destiny. We thought all the humans had figured us out. But then it turned out that you just wanted to fill those fat bellies of yours.
What have you learned from your observations?
You're sad, bitter, impulsive, short-sighted, petty, and you have a penchant for self-destruction. Oh yes, and everything you touch, no matter how good, eventually turns into shit.
Thanks, that's an excellent superpower.
Around you has lost all meaning. I could go on, but I won't. Although, perhaps that is exactly what made you seem so alluring to us.
You wanted to be turned into shit?
Well, one of the many bad decisions made by the four dwellers. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Now go away!
Interesting. So I wonder if we can go speak to the guy again now.
I should stay out of trouble.
Ow. I hurt. I went to the wrong one. I went into the wrong place. It's the one. I can't speak to him about it. tell him anything? Okay. You say so. It's a little bit weird, but okay. Oh. Oh, you're back. I thought you were gone for good. I won't lie. Let's see. Bear trap, 1 bone. How many of them do I need to make? Oh, I need to make that too. Four. So we just need 4 bones. You sell them? No. I'll keep an eye out for them. 4 bones.
You're the reason they put me here. Come a little closer, so I can spit in your face.
A drunk keeper guarding the gate? You did this to yourself.
Nobody asked your opinion. I drink because I want to. I drink because guarding that empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's it to you, anyway, huh? Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin, I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the gate right this second, am I? There's nothing wrong with having a little sip, right? Come on, don't be like that. Just a drop. That's all I ask.
You're right, you can't harm anyone here. You have some moonshine.
I knew it, my friend. I knew we could get along. Oh, delicious. You're the best, you know.
Well, little bro's drunk. Book. Recipe. Mum's pie. Craft. Book. Tell me about Excalibur.
It's more than a sword. It's a promise. A blade that stands for unity, for strength, and for hope. It wasn't just mine. It belonged to Avalon. Every swing, every battle was fought for the land and its people. But Excalibur is also a burden. It demands more than just skill. It demands purpose. Without that, then it is just steel.
See. I leveled up. Now, but I'm close. Yeah. Here's your pie.
Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother would make it. It's just what I needed.
What?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted.
Your mother wasn't much of a cook.
My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing, and that I should be glad she even kept me. And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle. Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and getting busy. Then, when she'd sober up, got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie as an apology. It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie.
What happened to your mother?
I wouldn't know. When I left my village, I decided to never look back. So I just assumed one of those uncles finally beat her to death.
Oof. Tragic. Rip as fuck. Anyway, I leveled up from that, so that's all that matters. More spirituality, please. Perfect. Skill tree. Spirituality. Doubled outside of combat. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Let's see. It takes a decent amount of time for a little bit, but a few more levels and that should
Please. Go chop.
Yeah, a lot faster. Go really quick. Alright. Roots of knowledge. What was roots of knowledge again? I remember. I remembered indeed. Bounty board or leave on to the south. Damn, I have to feel my bonfire to use fast travel. Rip it as fuck. Investigate for sure. Yeah, whatever. Is there a guy in here? Oh, this is the kitchen, right, yeah.
You? Ah, shit. Another mouth to feed. Teargas must have been off his rocker if he thinks I can feed everyone with the little he gives me. I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken.
Is anywhere around here to get a good meal?
Oh, you're trying to piss me off, aren't you? If you don't like my food, then get lost. Go to Ron's Tavern and stop wasting my time.
Where can I find Ron's Tavern?
In the fishing village. That's where the guards retire to sit on their asses and fart. Or sit, fart, and drink themselves into a stupor.
Doesn't seem like you're in a hurry to retire.
Hell no. I'd rather stay useful here and drop dead at my stove than waste space over there. If someone's still fit to work but chooses to laze around all day instead, they should be kicked out, not rewarded with free beer.
Could you teach me some recipes?
Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. The dimwits here never want to learn, only eat.
Are you always this angry?
It's a good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd have shoved my cleaver up your arse. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let in a bunch of refugees from the villages. They say they're running from the weirdness, but who knows, really? So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed. And since the captain ordered the letdown of our keep, the supplies are dwindling a lot faster than I'd like. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and krauts. But come on, even the keepers need some variety in their lives.
I can go outside the walls. Isn't anything specific?
Well, wow, an adventurer, are you? Ah, I'm good for now. But if you find something interesting, you can drop it off here. And, as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my kitchen. If you need to cook something, go ahead.
I met you again. You said you were friends.
Ah, Owen. Yes, he's my best friend. We don't even need words.
Has he always been so unsociable?
Heck no. You should have seen Owen 20 years ago. He was sharp as a pin.
and could get anything done. If you wanted something, you went to Owen, and he always found a way to help you.
What changed?
Politics. What else? Owen survived 3 captains. One was terribly lazy. He just sat there like moss on a log and did jack shit. That frustrated Owen. Then there was another one. He was afraid of everything. So all he did was kiss Camelot's ass. And that blocked Owen's ideas to do something meaningful with his fish shack. And when it was finally Brandon's turn, Owen was already fed up with all this. It's funny, isn't it? First captain who doesn't mind introducing new ideas, and our local revolutionary has given up already. So now he just putters around in his little garden trying to find some peace in the twilight of his life.
What we got? Got bones. Type of guy would sell bones. It's not an axe, which is what we needed a little while ago, but no such luck. Oh, doesn't really have anything we particularly need. Let's go back out. Let's go speak to the guy again. I think I went the wrong way. I have indeed. Itch in my eye. Come on. Go. Maybe still there. Yes, lucky me. I spoke with Rock. He says hello. Nod.
Maybe you're not hopeless after all. Look, I'll give you some seeds and a free plot to grow whatever you want. In exchange, you'll let me have some peace and quiet here. Deal?
Nod. Which one do I grab it in? Okay. Now we gotta wait for that to grow. 35 minutes. Maybe 1 hour of resting will take care of that. I think it's real time. Oh, no.
The less attention, the better.
So that only went down by 10. You know what? I'll go over there, and then we can come back and see what's going on with it. And who knows, maybe he can get some iron ore and bones and shit he had, and I fucking know. We won't do that down there in this episode. Just having a look up here. And then we'll get that thing grown and then probably call it there for now. Since we've got the vast majority of a little city or town or whatever explored. Composite bow. Take it. Whatever. Oh, I can actually go in. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Alright. Oh, no, put that away. Wolf pelt is what we need. Need iron ore and stuff, though. Still. Oh, lockpicks, hell yeah. Definitely needed that. Fishing rod. Already had one, but I'll take it. Come on. Nah, there's no way to be iron ore in here anyway. No way. Honestly, chat, though, I might get like a mod for infinite carry weight. Just because I am a loot goblin, and I hate not being able to loot. And like, inventory management is just so boring, you know? So we'll see. That's why I really like Avowed system where there is no carry weight, you can just grab everything and it's no big deal. It's a really nice way of doing it. Hell yeah, bunch of eggs. Alright. Hell yeah, rough amethyst. What we're talking about. It's what we're talking about, man. Alright, that's everything here. Oh. Down we go. Honestly, this last lift is kind of slow. We have a bunch of shit to sell again now and inventory to sort out. We'll go down there, bonfire up, get that plant thing growing, sort out our inventory again, then call it. In the next episode we will go down there, I suppose. I think that's the way we do it. Yeah. Obviously we have it all the way down there and around here to look as well. To find a bunch of bones. Hopefully we can get some of them.
I should stay out of trouble.
Yeah, you should. Alright. How's it looking? Cultivate a plant. Egan's mysterious fruit. Alright, what is this? What do I do with it? Here's what grew out your seeds.
Not bad. Listen, how about we grow something bigger?
Oh yeah, like what? Bigger how? Nod.
Good. Now pay attention, because I won't say this twice. You're going to get us some pumpkin seeds.
Where can I find pumpkin seeds?
I don't know. Find a farm. Ask some farmers. Do you need everything spelled out for you?
Would be nice, but suppose you're not gonna do that for us.
Everything will be just fine.
Alright, I think with that. Oh, hold on now. Let's go to the vendor first, right? Get our inventory sorted out. And then wrap it up for the day. Or the episode, I should say.
Nice to see.
Open shop. Sell. Garbage. You say so. Alright, 61. Okay. Sort by weight. Don't need that many fishing rods. I already have one of them. We'll put them in our stash. Dagger. I already have one of them equipped. Don't really need that otherwise. Then I think the rest can go in our stash. Yeah. Let me go throw it in there. Boom, boom. Boom. Here we go. Oh shit! Hell yeah! If we can get a bunch of that, that'd be great. There we go, 32 out of 135. Our weight is sorted. When did we even get this? That's amazing. Alright, 31 out of 140. You can reduce it a little more by putting these away. Because this all adds up. Might not be a lot, but it adds up to a certain amount of weight. So look, we've already dropped by 6 points of weight. It does save us a little bit of hassle. Perfect. Alright, so that's this little town or whatever explored. So next step we want to go down here, do down here, and then down here, and then start making that way back out. But we've almost been recording for 4 hours. Getting kinda EP too. So I think what I'll do is I'll make it a save right here. Call it time to explore or whatever. And then we'll end the video here, and next time we can start exploring, hopefully doing some cool shit. We'll see. But with that in mind, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps a lot. Follow on Twitch helps even more. But regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.